Know you've been a good friend.
Eli was a farmer. He lived in a small village. Eli worked hard. He grew vegetables and fruits. Eli was a kind man. He shared his harvest with everyone. He helped those in need. Villagers loved him. Eli believed in sharing. He found joy in giving. He believed it made the world better. He was happy with his simple life. One day, Eli was working diligently in his field, as he did every day from dawn till dusk. Suddenly, he noticed something unusual. A glimmer caught his eye amidst the rows of crops. Curiosity piqued, Eli approached the source of the shine. To his astonishment, he found an apple. But this was no ordinary apple. This apple was made entirely of gold, glistening brilliantly under the sun's rays. As Eli marveled at his discovery, an old man suddenly appeared beside him. The man had a long white beard and an air of wisdom. With a warm and kind smile, the old man looked at Eli, his eyes twinkling with a mysterious light. He spoke gently, telling Eli that the apple he held was magical, unlike anything he had ever encountered. The old man then made a gesture as if casting a spell and said, "Make a wish, Eli." "This golden apple has the power to grant any wish you desire," he continued, his voice filled with certainty. Eli was taken aback. He had never seen or heard of anything so extraordinary in his life. He stood there, deep in thought, contemplating the endless possibilities that lay before him. What should he wish for? Wealth, health, happiness? The choices seemed overwhelming. Eli looked up at the sky, feeling a sense of hope and wonder. Holding the golden apple close to his heart, he knew that whatever he wished for, his life was about to change forever. Eli thought about himself. He could be rich. He could have everything he wanted. But then he thought about his village. His village was poor. People were struggling. Eli wanted to help. He knew what he had to do. Eli closed his eyes. He held the apple tight. He wished for his village to prosper. He wished for everyone to be happy and healthy. The next morning, Eli rushed to the village. He saw a change. The village was thriving. There were new houses. The once quiet and desolate streets were now bustling with activity. The air was filled with the sounds of construction and the chatter of excited villagers. Eli could hardly believe his eyes as he walked through the transformed village. The fields were full of crops. People were smiling. Children were laughing. The lush green fields stretched as far as the eye could see, a testament to the hard work and dedication of the villagers. The crops swayed gently in the breeze, promising a bountiful harvest. Everywhere Eli looked, he saw faces lit up with joy and contentment. The village was alive with joy. Eli was amazed. The streets were filled with the sounds of celebration. Music and laughter echoed through the air as villagers danced and sang, their spirits lifted by the newfound prosperity. It was a scene of pure happiness, a stark contrast to the village Eli had known before. His wish had come true. The villagers were grateful. They thanked Eli. They gathered around him, expressing their heartfelt gratitude. Some had tears in their eyes, overwhelmed by the positive changes. Eli felt a deep connection with each person he spoke to, their words of thanks resonating deeply within him. They had never been happier. Families were reunited, and the sense of community was stronger than ever. Children played freely, their laughter a sweet melody that filled the air. The village had become a place of hope and joy, a sanctuary where dreams could come true. Eli felt a deep sense of satisfaction. He had witnessed the transformation of the village firsthand. The pride and joy in the villagers' eyes were a reward greater than anything he could have imagined. He knew that his efforts had made a real difference. He had done something good. As he stood there, taking in the vibrant scene around him, Eli felt a profound sense of fulfillment. He had helped bring about a new dawn of prosperity for the village, and in doing so, he had found his own sense of purpose and contentment. Eli continued to live his simple life. He continued to farm and share. He didn't need riches. The happiness of his village was his reward. Eli's story spread. People learned from him. They learned that true happiness comes from giving. They learned the power of selflessness. Eli found joy in the joy of others. His heart was full. He had discovered the true meaning of happiness. Eli's tale reminds us of an important lesson. It is a story that has been passed down through generations, a story that resonates with the essence of humanity. It teaches us that selflessness brings true happiness. Eli, the wise old farmer, always believed that the joy of giving far outweighs the pleasure of receiving. His actions were a testament to this belief. When we help others, we help ourselves. Eli's life was a living example of this principle. He would often say, "A hand that gives is a hand that receives." His words and deeds inspired many in the village. When we give, we receive. Eli's generosity knew no bounds. He shared his harvest with those in need, ensuring that no one in the village went hungry. His kindness created a ripple effect, encouraging others to do the same. This is the magic of kindness. It transforms communities, bringing people closer together. Eli's acts of kindness were like seeds sown in fertile soil, growing into a bountiful harvest of goodwill and unity. This is the legacy of Eli, the generous farmer. His life was a beacon of hope and compassion. The villagers remember him not just for his generosity, but for the love and warmth he brought into their lives. Let us remember Eli's story. Let it be a guiding light in our lives, reminding us of the power of selflessness and the impact of our actions on others. Let us strive to be selfless. In a world that often values material wealth, Eli's story teaches us that true richness comes from the heart. It is in giving that we find our greatest fulfillment. Let us make the world a better place, one kind act at a time. By following Eli's example, we can create a legacy of kindness and compassion that will endure for generations to come.